I'm Jenny Wallace, and joining me today is Marnie Melendez and her daughter Raquel. It is April 9th, 2010. Thank you, Mrs. Melendez, for being with us today and sharing your memories. To begin with, why don't you tell us where you were born and where you grew up?
I was born in Puerto Rico, and I grew up in Puerto Rico.
How long have you lived there before you moved to the United States?
Well, I moved in 1991 to the United States.
Why did you move to the United States?
I was looking for more opportunities, better way of living, not only for me, but for my children, my family.
Where did you first come to in the United States? What city did you first live in?
Westminster.
How long did you live in Westminster?
Around 12 years.
How did you like it? How did it compare to Puerto Rico?
I think, well, I dare to say Westminster is bigger than Puerto Rico, but I have a good time living in Westminster. Actually, I like it. I think the people in Westminster are friendly.
Mm-hmm.
They like to help, and I have the opportunity. I have the blessing and the luck that my sister was living here, so I have somebody to lean on. And she's married to an American guy, so she's fully bilingual. And she's been living in Westminster for almost 35 years, so she knows the area pretty well. She helped me a lot.
That's very nice. Were you two the only family members to come to the United States? Is most of your family still back in Puerto Rico?
Yeah. She was the first one to move here. I followed her, and then my other two siblings came after us.
Very nice. Where did you move after you lived in Westminster?
We moved to Carroll, Pennsylvania, where we live right now.
And how does Pennsylvania compare to Westminster? Are they the same or a little bit different?
Stores, food, there's no difference at all. The weather is the same. But I think the people in Carroll County are more friendly than Pennsylvania. In Pennsylvania, they're more like introverted.
Yeah, like they're very closed off. They're not very welcoming of like new people into the community.
Mm-hmm. So. Now, what was it like to raise your children from moving from Westminster to Pennsylvania? How did that affect them?
As I said, in Westminster, I had my sister's support, so that helped me a lot. I also had my parents living at the time with me, who play a big role in my children's education. So I don't think I have it as bad. So I cannot speak for them because I didn't go to school or hang around with their friends or whatever. But one thing that we, as Puerto Rican, we like to keep our children like in our house. Mm-hmm. We don't have this sleepovers, so we don't have this go to the park, play basketball by yourself, not knowing where they're going. So they were pretty close in the house. I think it's good to keep it that way.
So family is very important then.
Definitely, it's all.
Do you come back and see your sister a lot nowadays? Do you travel back and forth? Or
I would love to, but financially, it's impossible. I can't. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so to come back to Carroll County, what is your overall impression of the county, besides being friendly?
I think it's a little expensive to live in Carroll County. It is. And compared to Hanover, taxes, they say it's lower than in Hanover, but it is because this extra 1% is included in the federal taxes, where we have to pay separately. So they think they're not paying more taxes than we do. At the end, it's more likely the same. About the children schools in Hanover, I think at least the school they went to is much better than Westminster. They are.
And also, you work in Carroll County. You work here at the college. Can you tell us a little bit about your job here and how you like it?
I love my job. Everybody knows that. I love my job, and not only because it's McDaniel College, which used to be Western Maryland College. It's only because of the people who works at the college that makes the difference. And I have to say, I think I work for the best department in the entire college. I love them dearly. They know that.
You are such a great secretary, and everybody appreciates you very much.
It's because of them. They are the one who makes the difference.
And also, what do you think about the diversity in the Carroll County area, especially Westminster? Have you noticed any changes with increased immigration, more minorities coming to the area?
I think it has increased in the past few years, definitely. I've seen more people from around the world, like from Colombia, El Salvador, Mexico, Puerto Rico. Yes, definitely it has increased. And especially when I go grocery shopping, the foods in the aisle, when I see these Goya products, when I see this Mexican corn that, by the way, is delicious. Provided you said, yes, I've seen that. And I sometimes I just pick in the cart and I see this bottle of adobo. Everybody's cooking with adobo right now. It's talking about the adobo. And I see like a box of the tortilla, the shells for the Mexican tacos. And yes, it has improved a lot. It has.
That's wonderful. I also know that you help teach English to other immigrants. Can you speak about that experience a little bit?
Well, it's a nice experience. The same way they learn from me, I'm learning from them a lot because I teach 2 Mexican students. I have one from Guatemala and I have one from El Salvador. And it's amazing how we speak the same Spanish language, but how different the meaning in the words are. So the way they're learning from me, I learn from them as well. And that's a huge and nice experience.
That's wonderful. Do you help them here in Westminster or in Hanover?
In Hanover.
Do you think that the 2 communities you've lived in are accepting of different races, or do you think there's still some racial tensions?
I believe they're accepting different races, but as long as they don't feel threatened, they don't think we're stealing, as I heard, their jobs, or we're not trying to take over their place or something like that. I think they're accepting it a little bit. Look at our president.
That is wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know of any ways how we could increase or improve diversity in the county besides offering these opportunities for members of the community to work with immigrants? Do you have any other suggestions?
Well, I strongly believe that we should keep doing what we've been doing in the past. The Ramadan dinner, the Taste of Latin America, the Asian and Korean dinners are perfect events to educate American people about our culture and to let them know that we eat food like them do, that we're friendly people and that we're here just to help one another. I see also in the music, I see more people trying to learn the salsa, and by the way, they should try the merengue. But I see people trying to learn how to dance the salsa. I receive more calls now from parents asking for tutorial, any language tutorial, not only for their children, but for themselves as well. And that is a huge step. They're interested in learning a different language, Spanish, German, Italian, doesn't matter, but they are French. They're very interested. The way they dress too, high heels, big earrings, the way they style their hair. Mm-hmm. So yes, I've seen it.
So it seems
it's growing. I think it's going to continue to grow.
It seems like some cultures are starting to blend and combine together.
Correct.
That's very nice. Have you dealt with any difficult times with your time in Hanover or Westminster? And if you have, how have you dealt with them?
I think my difficult time was when I moved to Westminster, and only because I just got here. I wasn't young, but I just got here. And I remember going to one of these fast food places with my family, and of course I ordered for myself and for them. And as soon as I opened my mouth, the cashier, she said, "Oh my God, you have a strong accent." And at the time, it didn't bother me because I know she was right. I do have a strong accent. But eventually, I noticed myself, I didn't dare to go out unless my oldest daughter, Angelica, accompanied me so she can speak up for me, and I didn't have to open my mouth. And it's been, like I said, almost 15 years, and still, I'm so conscious about my accent that I think that was like a mud for me to say, oh no, I don't speak English, I don't feel comfortable with the language. But it's because of that little tiny comment that it's been more than 15 years and I still remember, I still feel a little, and when people say, oh, excuse me, what do you say? I think it's because of my accent. And then I always say, oh, I know I have a strong accent. So I think that's the more that's still there, and I haven't gotten over it.
But your English is fine. I've talked to you many times throughout the past few years that I've been at the college, and I've never had a single problem understanding you.
I know, but still, that comment's still there. Mm-hmm.
Well, also, now, Do you plan on staying in Hanover for the next few years, or what are your plans? Do you want to go back home?
For the next few years, until my children in college, I have no other option. But I would love to come back to Carroll County. Definitely, I would love to come back to Carroll County. First, I have my sister lives here. All my friends are from Carroll County. I have no friends in Hanover, so I feel a little lonely. I would love to come back to Carroll County.
Well, hopefully you can do that very soon.
Let's see. I hope so too.
Well, thank you again, Mrs. Melendez, for sharing your memories with us today.
I just want to thank you for giving me this opportunity and for taking me into consideration.
We thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Okay.